Hello everybody, another chess puzzle. Um, if you like, feel free to pause the video, see if you can figure this one out. So, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, but let's jump into this one. Obviously an endgame puzzle, bit of a pawn race going on. We like those ones, or I do at least. Normally these come down to, can we push our pawn fast and get there before the opponent does? So what are the candidates? Well, there's actually two here. We could either just go straight ahead and push this one, or take. In both cases, we're going to be queening in the next move in one of these squares. This doesn't make any sense. It's too slow. So it's kind of between one of these two. And the problem is, if you just think about it, that they both kind of fail anyway, because on the next move, white is going to be promoting with check if they promote to a queen. And 99% of the time, in that sort of situation, that's going to be a loss. And that turns out to be the case here. Another kind of interesting tip here is the way chess.com puzzles work is if you have two moves that are equivalent, like the same outcome if you like, one of them has to be wrong. So in the case of these two moves, they're kind of identical in the outcome. We're going to queen without check in both cases, but that doesn't work, because there has to be a winning move, and the other one has to be either a draw or losing, and we know that can't be the case here. So that's kind of an interesting little tip for you that you can sometimes use in these puzzles to eliminate some moves. Doesn't really matter in this one, to be honest, because we've already established that we're too slow in either case anyway, because of this. So, what else is there? The only other option, really, is to chase down the white pawn with this. And that is the correct move. White now plays this move. And in this position, we're given another choice again. So now, we can either take here or push. And again, we're going to be promoting one of these squares. And again, one of them has to be wrong. And now, we know that one of them will be wrong, because there's no other choice here for us. We have to do one of those moves. There's no other option. So, how do we figure this out? Well, let's just calculate it. So let's say we take the pawn. So we're going for a promotion here. What is white going to do now? And this is the key to the puzzle. And it took me a while to spot this. And it's a very clever idea from white. So basically what they have to do, just to give you a hint, is they have to get the knight somehow over in this direction to cover on one of these squares, the promotion square. It's going to take, if they go this way, 1, 2, 3 moves. But obviously we play first, so we're here. It only takes us 2 moves to promote, and that's too slow. So is there any way for white to do that? And there is. And it's a very clever little idea where they... Sorry, let's take this first. They now promote to queen, which forces us to take. And now that gives the white knight another option. It actually gives them a tempo by checking. We now have to move our king, doesn't really matter where. They then get a free move, basically, and they can go one of two directions, doesn't really matter. We push, and now the knight is in time to stop our pawn. And this is just a draw. So that is not the correct approach. The correct approach is to push this way. And now, if white tries the same idea, they get the tempo, but unfortunately for them, it's just not fast enough. The knight is just one move behind and can't stop us from promoting to queen and winning the puzzle. So yeah, I thought that was a really cool one. I like these endgame ones. I seem to do quite well at them. And I don't know what it is. I think they're sometimes less complicated in some ways than some of the other puzzles. You know, it's either a case of you're trying to promote first, or in rare cases you do get some very interesting ones that have zugzwang, things like that. And obviously there's a lot of subtlety to king moves, getting your king out on the right square sometimes. But yeah, I really like these ones, and I particularly like this one simply because of this amazing defensive resource that white had in this line. Incredible. And, you know, very tricky. You have to spot this kind of thing if you're going to solve these puzzles sometimes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye.